45 minutes. How much methamphetamine did you use?
I can't say exactly, but I would say anywhere in between about a 16th to a half gram.
Is that a lot? I don't know anything about that. Is that a lot of methamphetamine?
Well, it can be, and if you're built up tolerance to it, then it's not.
Have you built up the tolerance to it?
At that time period, I am.
Now, do you snort it, swallow it, or inject it?
Neither. I swallow sometimes, most of the time I smoke it.
You smoke it. Okay. Now, I noticed that you indicated that after you left the Walmart parking lot, Rocky dropped you off at the pit stop, right?
Say again?
After you left the Country Mart parking lot, where you shot Josh White, you went to the pit stop.
Correct.
And you listed the people that were there at the pit stop.
Correct.
And one of the people you didn't list that were still at the pit stop after you got out there was Rocky Smith.
Rocky Smith was there when I got back.
Well, on direct, when you were telling your own attorney about the people that were there, Rocky Smith wasn't in that list.
Rocky Smith was with me.
No, was he in the pit stop, at the pit stop?
When we arrived there, he was with me, and yes, he was there when we met.
Oh. If he was with you, how was he there when you got there?
I mean, he was in the car with me.
Oh, okay. Now, did he leave?
Approximately 15, 20 minutes after we got there, yes.
Okay, now, there was testimony by Mr. Turpin that there was discussion about this gun over there at the pit stop.
Correct.
When I say this gun, I'm referring to State Exhibit number 25. And you heard Mr. Turpin indicate that Nakia Parker, the convicted felon, grabs the gun and puts it in his shirt and starts wiping the fingerprints off of it, right?
That's what he said, yes.
Okay. And are you saying that's not true?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Why would, is there anything in your relationship with Don Turpin? Why Don Turpin would put a story on the jury about you?
No, there's not, other than this incident, no.
Okay, so what do you mean? He admitted he threw the gun away for you.
He didn't throw it away from me.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. I never told him to throw it away.
Okay. So, but he took you over to Marshall's, right?
Correct.
And he told you you had a choice. You could face the responsibility of what you had done, or you could run for the rest of your life. And you chose to run, didn't you?
That wasn't a conversation we had on the way over there.
Did you choose to run after shooting Josh White?
Yes, I did.
In fact, Officer Bailey talked to you on numerous occasions over the cell phone and asked you to come down and tell your side of the story, right?
No. He spoke to me one time. At that time period, I was in a car with J.C. Rogers, and I threw the phone out the window.
Okay, you threw the phone out the window. So when he said that you told him to get fucked, you're saying he lied to you, to the
I
jury.
might have said get fucked before I threw the phone out the window.
You did?
I can't remember. I could have.
I mean, is it because you say it so much that you can't remember what he said to him?
Objection argumentative.
Did you? Is that the way you talk? Is that the way you talk? Tell everybody, fuck you?
At that time period, somewhat, yes.
And you tell law enforcement officers, fuck you?
Yes.
And now, you know, since you were on probation for a felony, that when you buy a handgun in Missouri, you go down to the sheriff's office and you fill out an application if you're the purchaser of a gun to see whether or not you have a felony conviction you're on probation in, or whether you've been in a mental hospital, on whether or not you can legally own a gun, right?
Correct.
Did you go down to the sheriff's office in Taney County before you bought State's Exhibit number 25 and make an application to see whether or not you could legally own a firearm?
No, because I was not the one who purchased the gun.
You just carried it.
It got put into my lawn.
It was Rocky did it all, right?
No.
Okay. Now, now let's talk about the threats. You had indicated that you had told Nicole at some point in time that you intended to kill Josh for ratting you out on the burglary, right?
No.
Were you saying she lied?
No, I don't remember her saying that. I told him that I was going to shoot him for the burglary. No.
I didn't say for the burglary. I said ratting you out for the burglary.
No.
Are you saying she lied?
Yeah, I would say she is.
Well, Your Honor, I'd object. This is asked and answered. He already answered.
Now, you said you might have threatened Nicole.
I might have.
Okay, now, when you first went into Nicole's house following the shooting, you, in the presence of other people, denied shooting him, right?
No, everybody in the house that time did already know. There was no reason to deny it.
Okay, so you went back into the bedroom with Nicole, right?
No, she pulled me back in the bedroom because she wanted to, at the time period that Heather Booth, her, I guess it's her little sister or her stepsister, I'm not exactly sure who, and Tito Meadows was with her. She pulled me back in the back room to call because at that time period I wasn't sure that Josh had been, that he died or he was physically injured or what. And when she pulled me back in the back room to call her mother to find out what was going on because Tito
Well,
Meadows...
wait, hold on a second. You go back in the back bedroom, the partner in Nicole, and you said, I might have threatened Nicole. I might have threatened children. You heard Nicole's testimony, right?
Yes, correct.
Her threat, do you recall her testimony was, if I go to jail on this thing, you're going to be laying out there, you and your kids are going to be laying out there with Josh if you testify against him. Right?
I believe her testimony was that, yes.
Yeah. And you said, on direct, I might have said that.
I don't think I said those exact words, but it's possible that I did threaten her.
Okay. Now, in fact, it was over at Nicole's after a telephone call was made, after you threatened Nicole, that you found out that Josh was still alive.
Correct.
And you threatened Nicole before you found out that Josh was still alive.
No.
Well, why threaten her if he was still alive?
At that time period, I'm not thinking too straight.
You said it was an accident. Why are you running?
Because I was already in the mentality of running because
Okay.
I was running my probation already.
Okay. You have a handgun.
Correct.
You shoot somebody within 18 inches of their head. You run away from the scene of the crime. That's true, right?
Correct.
You tell Nicole that if she tells anybody what you told her about shooting Josh, that essentially you're going to kill her too, as a witness, right?
I might have. I can't remember.
Okay. Now, you said there were other problems that you and Josh had, disagreements, other things that you were angry at him about. What else other than him implicating you on the Kathy Davis burglary were you mad at him about?
Him and his wife were having some problems at the time period. He accused me of sleeping with her.
Okay, and so you were mad at him about that?
No, I was more upset that he would actually think that I would do something to him at that point, because me and him were pretty good friends at that point.
Oh, you wouldn't want Josh to think he would do anything bad, huh? deal meth.
No, he knew I did that.
Objection argument.
Now, you indicated you went to Tennessee. Why did you go to Tennessee?
Because it was Christmas time at that time period, and the girl I was with at that time period, family lived in Knoxville.
Okay, now, you indicated that you talked to Don Turpin 3 or 4 times while you were on the run away from the police after shooting Josh. And you heard Don testify that you had a plane waiting for you north of Springfield, that you needed somebody to take you to the plane so you could get out of the quote country. Did you hear his testimony?
Yes, I heard that.
Was that true or was that not true?
That was not true.
Now, is there anything in your relationship with Don Turpin that would, that you're aware of, that would make him angry at you to come into court under oath and lie to this jury?
No.
Now, on the night following your trip to the pit stop, and then over to Nicole's, and your conversation that you had with Nicole, where did you go after you left Nicole's house?
Back to Marshall Chambers.
Right. And when you got to Marcia Chambers' house, isn't it a fact that you went across the street from where she lived at Point Royale, and you had one of your buddies check in under his name and not your name so you could hide out from the police?
No.
Well, you stayed in room 115 at the Welks Motel and you didn't check in under your name.
Correct.
Whose name did you check in under? Whose name was checked in under?
I have no idea.
Okay, but that's where you hung out that first night.
Yes, that first time. Okay.
And Marcia brought you potato chips and food over there, didn't she?
Yes.
And the person that checked into the motel under their name, was that Jason Shale?
No, it was not.
Who was it?
I don't know. There was 2 motel rooms that were rented, and I'm not sure who rented either one of them.
Okay. Were all the people that were over there with you that night? How many people were over there at the hotel with you that night at the Welks Motel Resort?
At one time period there were 5 of us, but me, Justin, Chanel were the only ones that stayed the night.
Okay. Did Justin Chanel, was he, Chanel, how do you spell that?
I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, okay, let me ask you this. Was he one of your meth